first tell me about the National Museum of the Great Lakes. We're right here on the Maumee River in downtown Toledo. So what is it like to be working here at this great organization?
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing to work here, and it's amazing for the Toledo and the Toledo region. It's fun to explore our 617-foot Colonel James M. Schoonmaker Museum ship, hop on board the Museum Tug Ohio, or hang around and get to learn about Great Lakes history inside the museum and through our exhibits.
What does this organization contribute to the Toledo area? Of course, it informs Toledoans on this area and really how y'all got to be here.
Yeah, so we joined the National Museum of Light, came to Toledo in 2014, but we have been around for over 76 years now. We are owned and operated by the Great Lakes Historical Society, and here we are the National Museum of the Great Lakes. So we cover all 5 Great Lakes, plus U.S. and Canadian history connected to the Great Lakes. First and foremost, we're a history museum. All that being said and done, we do have something called the Toledo Trail that takes people through our artifacts and gets them to better understand and interact with some of the artifacts that are connected locally here to Toledo.
Why should people want to know more about this area, the Great Lakes, and a little bit about Toledo itself?
Yeah, sure. So the Great Lakes have been integral to the development of the city of Toledo. From an industry perspective, from a tourist and travel perspective, recreational perspective, it is what we are in downtown Toledo. I actually don't think enough Toledoans really recognize the fact that we are a Great Lakes city. And so it's exciting to be able to have the National Museum of the Great Lakes here so that people can learn about their roots and what started up the city that we live in.
With the fall season just around the corner, what are some things people can expect when they come to the museum?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can tour. We're still open 7 days a week through the end of October. The vessels do close down November 1st. They'll reopen May 1st. You can come aboard the vessels, you can tour the museum. We have a couple different special events that we're going to be hosting. In October, we have Boo on the Boat, which is trick-or-treating up here on the boat for those young kids. It's a great way for younger, age-appropriate exploration of the Colonel James M. Schoonmaker and the Museum Tug Ohio. And then we will also be doing a history happy hour for adults inside the museum in November. A Fitzgerald special event where we'll do tours and talk about the sinking of the Fitzgerald and compare elements of the Colonel James M. Schoonmaker to that ship to kind of learn a little bit more about the causes or what may have caused the Fitzgerald to sink. We have a lot of things coming up, and it's really a fun time to come and visit, especially because of the weather.
Yes. A little windy out right now.
Right out the hill.
You had mentioned shortly before the interview your partnership with the Sandpiper and how they're doing little tours through the city. So tell me about that.
Yeah, we are really looking to partner with as many local and beyond individuals as we possibly can. But we are so excited to have installed our first exhibit on a vessel on the Sandpiper tour boat. And we have a Port of Toledo Then and Now exhibit that was an online exhibit that we did over the course of the last year and over the course of the pandemic. And now we've interacted with the Sandpiper. You hop on board. We've got a big, huge map. We use QR codes, so as people are taking their tour of Maumee, they can take a look at what the Maumee River and its banks used to look like in history.
I'm Jaden Jefferson with Kate Fineske of the National Museum of the Great Lakes. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
This has been this week's edition of Around T-Town.